does maybe suggest is that Arsenal were definitely leading the race for Benjamin Sesko, Matt.
Yes, listen, that I would be excited about that. Listen, I'm not gonna lie and sit here like them Tottenham fans that got found out the other day on that fake player's name and act like I know fully about Benjamin Sesko. But honestly, from what I saw,
don't call them. Don't link Tottenham with them. They're just like.
But they are though. No, but listen, now Sesko would be amazing at Arsenal. I feel like Arsenal just needs someone. I know we score goals, but just having someone like him up top with Martinelli and Saka on the wings, I feel like will be fantastic for us. But we link with Osimhen as well. And everyone keeps saying Sesko over Osimhen, but I'm going to say it. Sewells might not agree, but I think Osimhen would tear it up for us in the Premier League. I genuinely do. I feel like he would add like an added fear factor to our team. Where we go against teams that are like, whoa, they've got what? Saka, Osimhen up top. And he would bring an impact, such as Haaland, first season, bang, goals galore from the start. And I'm saying it. So I would like Osimhen over Sesko, but I think Chelsea will still come in for Sesko. Chelsea love copying us. Come on.
You lot seem to forget they took Caicedo and Lavia. They can take Sesko and Alvarez.
Monts, that's what I'm saying. That's what they're like. Listen, that Mr. Bean meme. You know the Mr. Bean meme? Them ones, just the the little copy in the work. That's the Chelsea are on, bro. Like,
bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Them
Chelsea, I'm sick of Chelsea though.
That's what Chelsea are. Listen, as much as I can clown them, bro, they are the transfer kings, innit? That's how they get their fix. That's their thing, innit? So you know what I'm saying?
But don't you think that some clubs now are doing a fake links so Chelsea can buy them? You know, them ones be like, yeah, we want him, we're interested. Chelsea coming. No, but it's true.
I think that's what Man United got done. Man United got done by that 100 times. Like the amount of times, I don't think City really wanted Fred. Do you know what I mean? Let's pretend.
Or Maguire.
We want Fred. Also, in that report as well, what has been claimed here by Gaston is that Man City do not want to sell, which I think we would all expect. The players' camp, though, his agents are listening to the offers. Should there be something, they will talk to Man City. So essentially, if they're offered a good project, if they're offered loads of money, which is fair, why not earn money? They will then talk to Man City. What's interesting is City have a policy. If players want to leave, they let them go. Because they don't want players in the club that don't want to be there. And listen, there's a chance here. I mean, PSG are in for him as well, by the way, in Atletico Madrid. So Chelsea have got some massive competition, but he could have his head turned by any of those clubs. They're all massive, and they're all going to say you're going to be the main man. You're going to have, if you're the main man, you're going to get paid X amount, probably more than he's on now. And he's not going to be the main number 9 at City. I mean, where City do have to be mindful, though, is that Haaland has said in the last few days he's got sort of no desire at the moment to talk about a new deal. You do have to be mindful if you're City that you don't let Alvarez go now, and then in a year's time Haaland says I'm leaving, and suddenly you have neither of those guys. But this looks like this is what no one was talking about a few weeks ago. These are the transfers I love in the summer that start coming up, and I'm like, Alvarez moving to Chelsea. That would send shockwaves through the Premier League.
The interesting thing, though, from Alvarez's perspective, why would you go to Chelsea over a PSG, for example? Because they've got Mbappe-sized hole in their squad, and they need a new shiny toy. They need a new star man, and they're going to be playing in the Champions League religiously, probably winning their league more often than they're not.
Chelsea are playing in the UCL. The UEFA Conference League, they can offer that.
I don't know. I just don't know if, and obviously with Chelsea and Todd B, I don't know if I can trust whatever process he's cooking up over there. Yeah, they've got some good players, but I don't know if I trust it. I would probably think about PSG long before I go to Chelsea. And also, I think it'll be easier for City to sell to PSG than it would be to Chelsea because you don't want to sell to a direct rival. But I don't know. Interesting one.
Certainly is. Sesko, what are you saying about Sesko, Souls? Is that the play that you sort of got your heart set on going up front for Arsenal?
Do you know what it is? I actually don't want a striker, but if we're looking at the options that we're linked to, Benjamin Sesko probably does fit the mold of what we're looking for. Someone who's very clinical. He's got different types of finishes up his Arsenal. He's got a good head on him as well. He's someone that, has got a prowess in the box, but also he has scored a few outside the box. And one of the things that we kind of miss is that Aaron Ramsey. And I know I'm just comparing him to another Arsenal player, but we need an Aaron Ramsey, someone in midfield who, someone just outside the box, a Xhaka moment, that he's done against like United multiple times at home. We miss that. We miss someone that can just take the ball, just strike it, and just let it loose. And that's why I like when we were linked to Marcus Rashford, because he's another player who just lets it rip and just something comes from it. And also the one thing with Havertz, the only thing I don't like about Havertz is his pace. I feel like he's quick enough, but he's not quick. And there's sometimes where he gets caught up too easily, whereas with Benjamin Sesko, he is rapid. And that's the one thing that we need. We don't have transitional players other than Martinelli. And that's one of the reasons why when people criticize the 0-0 against Man City, it's because Martinelli wasn't available. And he came on for the last 20 minutes, and that's when you saw the change. If we can bring someone like a Benjamin Sesko in who's got that pace in behind to play off the shoulder of these defenders, that's going to be a big, big thing for us. But also, when we look at our options, we've got Trossard, who plays similar to Jesus, who also plays. Eddie Nketiah has also been molded into this sort of false 90 striker, but he's also not good enough either. We don't really have a presence in the box other than Havertz, so we need someone who can elevate the finishing ability of Havertz, but also add the pace in behind, and that's what Benjamin Sesko is. When it comes to Victor Osimhen, which a lot of other people have been linked to, I just feel like he's not been spoken about this year, and it's the same with Kvara as well. I just feel like there's not the same level of, oh my God, Osimhen, as it was last season when they won the league. And that's because I don't watch the Serie A, so I have no idea if he actually performed to his level or if there was something that Napoli had a drop-off. But when I look at Benjamin Sesko, man, that's just that raw talent. He is, in my opinion, the best project striker you can buy in the market. And at £65 million, I think this is going to be one where if we let him... If he goes to Chelsea, I won't regret it because he'll ruin his career. But if he goes to any other club, I feel like he will elevate his game so much so that he'll be the one that got away. And it's going to be the same as what we talk about Gnabry's and certain other players like Zlatan when we did. Like Mbappe was offered a trial. All of these kind of players, he's just going to be a long list of the one who got away. And that's how it feels to me.
He certainly could be. Mons, I know you've got to shoot, mate. You've got to show yourself, brother. Thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate that, my G. And we'll chat again soon. Top man. Thank you, brother. Top man. Yeah, listen, I think it's an intro. I would go with Sesko over Osimhen. And that's not so much ability. I'm basing that on both excellent, but it's also money remaining. Sesko's available between 40 and 55 million in the modern day game. That's a pittance. It's a pittance. And then it's about who else you buy alongside him. I've said it all summer so far, or the whole window so far, all 6 days of it. That element of if you go and get that Zubimendi, that Frankie de Jong, maybe that some of the challenge in the wide positions as a collective window, that's going to make you a lot stronger. This super chat here from Austrian United says clubs should put out fake news to get Chelsea interested in every single crap player out there. Then we'll buy as long as someone other seems to be reaching out. Tevin here, hope you're well, mate. Tevin says, my screen is now frozen. It'll pop up in a minute. My super chats are frozen. Oh, there we go. It's working now. It says we need another Elite 6 or another Elite 8 for the left-hand side, and we will see a better from Martinelli. 15 goals and 7 assists the season before, and all of a sudden he's crap. Allow it.
He's a striker. He's not a winger, but we can move on from that.
So he's the number 9, Martinelli.
I believe so. I feel like he doesn't play like a winger. He's a very heads down, looks at the ball. A winger needs to actually have like that scanning ability to understand where the pressure is and have a bit more to his game than just someone who can just be a chaos player. And I feel like that's where, like, when Gabriel Jesus first came to Arsenal, it elevated Martinelli because Jesus was actually doing all the wing work. And Martinelli, if you looked at his positioning, was more inside the box. And that's what I've always said. I feel like he needs to make that transition now for the betterment of his own career. Otherwise, you might see that one player who played for a top club and then becomes a mid-table winger.
I don't think Martinelli has the either IQ and physical presence to lead the line on his own. So I think there'd be a lot of centre-backs that bully him. And I think Arsenal could then run into So if Martinelli goes up top and you buy a left winger, I feel there's also a bit of a lack of aerial presence there. So you're very much shoehorned into one way of attacking.
And Trossard as well. Like, I don't think that's problem. That's just another alternative we'll have to bring in.
I just think Martinelli needs to learn how to scan. I think that's a better alternative for his skill set than becoming a lone nine, because I think there's too much of his game that he has to fix.
Or, as my generation said, improve his vision.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the scan. I know people hate the tactical talk. The scan rate. Well, now I actually understand it. I actually quite like it because it talks about. It doesn't just. It does mean having good vision, but it is essentially just more in depth, and it shows how regularly someone is looking and moving and everything else. And I actually think it's quite a good statistic. What I haven't ever done with it is looked at how much more scanning a Haaland does versus a Dominic Calvert-Lewin, because that's what I'd love to see if anyone has the data on that. The people that scan more, is their output better than people that scan less? Because if they all scan the same, then we can stop talking about. Do you get where I'm coming from? It's I'd love to know the facts behind it, because it makes sense in reality.
There's a video that Xavi scanned about 15 times before he makes a pass or receives the ball.
Yeah, not surprised.
Yeah, it's vision and awareness together. I do.
And then you got the other side of it where Emerson didn't look over his shoulder once while Mohamed Salah ran.
Yeah, I'm sure it's backed up by facts. The more you scan, the better your awareness and your vision, the better your outputs or the fewer mistakes you make. That makes sense. If you're driving your car and you just look forward, you don't look in the mirrors and look around, you're more likely to crash. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So it should be there. Question for Matt, the Arsenal fan who's not here. Oh no, there is I'm thinking of Matt, other Matt. No, different Matt. You are Matt as well. Sorry, my brain just went crazy. Matt, the Arsenal fan. Who do Arsenal specifically need to buy this summer to get that top spot off City?
Oh, I feel like we've spoken about this striker. Obviously, Saul said we don't definitely need one, but I think left winger is massive for us. And I feel like midfield, man, I feel like with Rice and Odegaard, we need someone there. We're linked with Onana. But you know what? FDJ is the dream one for me. FDJ. I know. You know how he is as an Arsenal fan.
Dream souls.
Yeah, let me dream.
Look how he so shut that dream down. It was like he was your wife. Shut that dream down straight away.
I tried to blink. He didn't even let me blink. But no, honestly, we need someone in that position. I feel like we lack a bit there, and I feel like if we get that, I see no reason why we can't.
Right, do you know what? Onana and Rafael Leao was the dream. That's the dream.
But you know what? I think people are doubting Onana, but I feel like the physical, because Arteta now wants beasts in the team. Remember, we're under Arsenal, we had the small technical players. We got through games, but we lost against the big.
Yeah, he wants to win it in the tunnel. Yeah,
this is it. And you add Onana, you gotta have Onana, Rice to that team, and Sesko. Phenomenal. So I would say Onana and Sesko would do us well, but we're going to win it anyway, regardless. Quote me on that. Quote me on that.
John Terry's big toe here says, "What player did Chelsea ruin? Geek face."
Oh god.
That's to me. That's to me. Like,
No comment.
I wouldn't have come to that.
That's so
it's not part of the parcel, man. If you got to take it on the chin. I don't really care. Look, if he goes, you'll find out, innit?
There we go. Osimhen has one singular season above 20 GA, just one. That's interesting.
That's what I'm saying. His hype went from here to here this season, and I'm like, I don't know why.
This was the Matt I was thinking about, who comes on our shows as well. He says, I feel we are going to play a back four of England. Stones, Walker, have Trent inverting into midfield from right back and Trips at left back. I wouldn't mind that.
Kyle Walker in a back two at centre back scares me.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I just realised that. I thought you meant Walker at set. Yeah, no. If we do that,
when he's got two others next to him to hold his hand, he's okay.
Yes.
When it's on him to maintain a line and not switch off.
Knowing Southgate, he'll play Stones and Trent in midfield with Rice and play Walker at centre back. He'll do something like that, bruv. Do you know what I mean? It'd be mad. Look, I want to thank everybody that has tuned into the show today. It's always a pleasure. Please hit the like button before you leave. Please scan the QR code on the screen and join our transfer and notification group chat. To all of my panelists, you're absolutely amazing. Thank you all very much. We've got something really fun coming on Monday on the next Top 6 show. We have a potential new company we're going to be working with called Quiz, and we are going to be doing some live quizzes with the team. But they're different. You guys can join in at the same time online with them, and you're going to go head-to-head with our panelists. And there's some money to be won on it as well. So make sure you're all tuning in then. We're back tomorrow with Straight Facts with Staffy and Lawless in the afternoon. This video will take you through to that, so make sure you go there now, like it, bookmark it, ready for tomorrow. Oh, here, this is Chelsea ruining players didn't Fabregas and Giroud come to Chelsea and actually win trophies. Oh!
Look what you done, Sools. Look what you done.
No. The exception doesn't make the rule. Carry on.
Yeah.